Hi and welcome back. Today I'm sharing another spread in my collage journal. It's a super cheap sketchbook. It's from the Action Store, which we have in some countries in Europe, and I think it is under €1, this sketchbook. And of course it doesn't have good paper in it, and I also don't like it for sketching, but I love it to make collages. I took out some of my collage papers and also my little collage paper box with leftovers, and I just play intuitively with my papers. I'm adhering them with a glue stick. If you want to see some ideas on how to make collage papers and which kind of papers I'm using, I recommend you watching my collage paper videos. I will link them up at the end of this video. I will keep this video in real time, so in case you want, you can play along and make your own art journal page. And if it's too slow, I recommend using that little gear in the screen of the video, and there is a setting where you can speed up the whole video. I have already made some videos in this journal, and you can have a look in my art journal playlist. There you will find them. And I also always share a lot of art journal inspiration over on my Instagram page. My favorite glue stick is the one from Tombow. I think it's not available everywhere. It will work with any kind of glue stick. I just prefer this one because you don't get that messy ton of messy glue on the back side of your papers, and also the papers don't wrinkle with this glue. I sometimes need a little bit until I find the right papers. I just lay them on top, and often I have a view through my camera to see if a paper fits or not. And I also always mix between cut edges and torn edges. Sometimes when I'm not sure what else to add, I just cut off the overlapping papers first, and then the page looks a bit different, and that makes it easier to arrange the collage papers. Here I'm using some heavy gesso to just add a little bit more white space to my page. I really love white areas. I think that makes the other colors pop even more. Talking about colors, I am not the biggest fan of these colors on the page, and I will change them a little bit when the gesso is dry using some acrylic inks and some wax crayons, or I would say there are more the gouache crayons from Faber-Castell and also from Ranger, the distress crayons. Before I'm going in with more color, I want to give the page a little bit of texture using a stamp. This is one of the pencil marks set. It's one of my favorites. I love it for backgrounds and also for jelly printing. And I will stamp it to the top of the page. I don't want to stamp the whole image perfectly on my page. I just want to give the page a little touch here and there. You will find all the stamp sets that I'm using linked up in the video description. I won't stamp to the bottom of my page because I don't want to overdo it with the texture, so I will keep this as it is. And now I'm going in with some acrylic inks to change the color of my page, and I want to add in some of that neon pink. I will also use that yellow ochre because I love the color that you get when you mix these two colors. The neon color is from Sennelier and the yellow ochre is from the Amsterdam series from Royal Talents. When this is dry, I will come back, and I'm using the Gelatos to change the color of the blue of my bottom. The Gelatos and the Distress inks are, I would say, similar to each other, and they are kind of gouache sticks. You will find them also on Amazon. I think not from the original brand, but from some cheaper brands, and I really like to use those for my art journal pages. Finally, I need a main image, of course, and I picked the flowers from this pencil mark set. The clear set has some more images compared to the rubber set. I already explained that because the clear sets are A5 and the rubber sets are a little bit smaller, so the clear sets fit more images. Before I'm adhering the flowers, I want to stamp kind of a background for them, and I'm using my borders here. This stamp set is a mix of the crunchy borders and the doodle borders, and I picked my favorite ones. And first I decided to just stamp them without an acrylic block, but I thought it would be better to get a better impression, so I decided to use an acrylic block. And I will mask off the bottom of my page because I only want to have these images at the not in the blue, I should say. I already talked a little about the stickiness of the photopolymer stamps, and I got some very helpful answers from you, and that's great because it helped me a lot. First, they become less sticky the more you use them, so that is one point. And the other, what helped a lot, was laying something squishy underneath. And also what's always important is to have your ink pad full of ink. I really like that, and gives it a little bit more depth, I feel, when I now adhere the flowers. The flowers, by the way, are stamped with embossing powder to a jelly print, and then I cut them out. I will also use the glue stick to adhere the flowers. Yes, and that's my finished spread. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you are inspired to create something for yourself. I wish you a wonderful weekend. Bye.